Hey guys, so this video is going to be a New Year's Eve dramatic kind of night out type of look, and I actually used something new in this, the KnyElah vintage black gold magnificent metal eyes, and it's like a pressed pigment glitter type of thing, and it was really cool. But I actually liked it. It was kind of hard to use, trying to figure out how to do it and everything, but I got the hang of it, and I used that on my eyes today as well with the little glitter, like vintage gold, what I don't know, whatever you want to call it. But if you want to see how I got this look right here, then continue to watch this video. Alright guys, so the first thing that I'm going to do is fill in my brows with the Benefit Brow Pencil in the shade 5. Once my brows start going everywhere and the hair start going every which way and doing whatever they want to do, I know that it's time to get my brows done. But I'm just going to clean them up with this Maybelline concealer just to make them look more neat. And I did actually mess up on my brow a little bit. I went a little ham on the concealer, but that's okay because I'm going to fix it and fill it back in a little bit later. But now I'm actually going to fill in my brows, or go in with the Anastasia Beverly Hills Tinted Brow Gel in Chocolate, just to have my brows stay all day, and then it's going to give them a little tint as well. And now I'm going in with the NARS Luminous Foundation, and I'm just going to blend that out with my beauty blender. And I'm done with the, I don't want to say I'm done with it, but I actually got the actual beauty blender this time from Sephora, and I am loving it, and I can tell a difference. So if you guys do want to splurge on another little sponge or something, I definitely recommend the actual beauty blender because you can tell a difference. And now I'm going in with my Shape Tape Concealer just to highlight and conceal my dark circles and everything. And this is definitely a full coverage concealer. And part of me wishes that I would have got a darker shade with this, because I definitely look like a little highlighter once I'm done. But they didn't really have a darker shade. Like, the next shade up was my actual skin tone. So this was the best that I could do with this. I do love the concealer. I just wish that they had more shades with it. And now I'm just going to bake with the Laura Mercier loose powder, and I'm just going to put this on all the areas that I just highlighted and concealed at. Right here I'm using the Anastasia Cream Contour Kit, just the contour, and then after this I'm going to go in with my Tarte contour palette. And I'm going in with the Tarte Contour palette just because that's a powder one and I need something to set my cream with. Otherwise, it's just going to transfer and do whatever it wants to do, and I'm not trying to have my contour travel throughout the day. To clean up under my contour, I'm using the Airspun loose powder, and now looking back, I wish I would have used the Laura Mercier just because it has a more yellow undertone and this one is more of a white translucent powder, but I end up fixing that later on anyways. But for my eyeshadow, I'm using the Lorac Mega Pro 3, and for my first shadow for the transition shade, I'm going to go in with Maple, and I'm going to put that just above my crease. I am focusing in on a little bit above my crease, but I actually blend that down as well, just so everything can go together smoothly. And now I'm going in with the shade Bark, and I'm going to focus this in a little bit above the crease as well, but it is under the last shade. And I'm just using this to define and add some depth a little bit. And I am blending this in towards the inner part of my eye as well, just because I wanted to add the kind of halo effect once I add my last shade in there. But I wanted to create more of a rounded look as well. I didn't wanted it to be too catty either. And now I'm going in with Jet Black, and I'm just going to put this in my crease and a little bit under my crease just to add even more depth to the look. But this was a little bit hard working with the black just because this isn't one of the shades that I usually work with. Y'all know I love my golds and my little warm shades, and I know that once you put black in an area, it's kind of hard to fix it afterwards because it is a dark color. And this is a Stila metal fluid eyeshadow, and it comes with like this little activator and then the eyeshadow, and then it also comes with like a pan to kind of mix everything together with. So first you put in the activator on the pan, and then you put on the eyeshadow and you kind of like liquefy it a little bit, and that makes it pop even more. You don't have to use the activator if you don't want to, but it does add some extra bling to your eye if you do use it. And let me tell y'all, I loved this eyeshadow. It was called Vintage Black, and it just reminds me of like, I don't know, when I swatched it in the store, it just looked so New Year's Eve to me. So I was like, yes, I have to have this. And it wasn't that hard to work with either, and it was actually kind of fun for me. Y'all see that I like it. But yeah, I like the eyeshadow a lot. It is different from what I normally use, so I definitely wanted to step out of my box a little bit with this, and this eyeshadow definitely helped me achieve that. And now I'm going to just go in and blend out everything just so everything kind of blends together and runs smoothly and just looks good. And I did feel like I lost a little bit of that black when I applied the Stila eyeshadow, so now I'm going to go back in with it and just to kind of deepen it back up a little bit. And just a little bit more information about the eyeshadow. It did come in like 6 other shades, but it is really expensive. Like for one eyeshadow it was like $30, so it is a splurge, like a big splurge, like one eyeshadow at the price of almost a whole palette. But I definitely think it's worth it just because you don't use a lot with the liquid and then the eyeshadow itself, so I do feel like it'll last a long time. And it is like a pressed pigment too, so like if you don't want to work with glitter, because I didn't want to work with glitter, then you can use something like this. And it wasn't hard, but I definitely think that it's something that if you're a collector, then you definitely need this. But if you're just like practicing with makeup and just don't use it that often, then I wouldn't suggest it. There are some other options, but I do love it if you are looking for something a little bit different. And now I'm just going to brush off my loose powder, all the extra, because we don't want that to stay on there all night. And you will see under my contour how it kind of left me looking a little bit ashy, and I did not like that at all. Who would? But I am going to go in with my my Tarte powder, and I am going to try to make that a little bit more of my skin tone. Of course it won't be perfect because I did bake, but it will be less gray.
I whisper in your ear the things that we could be. I'll drown us in the purple drapes that you were clothed in. We could live like royalty. I'll sing to you like a radio that's held beneath your window. Don't look so sad, your crying eyes won't dry. You've gotta drive with both headlights so we can see the world, then we'll run away together like
And now I am going to go in with Bark on my lower lash line, and I'm just going to add that all over just to smoke it out a little bit down there. And then I'm going to go in with Jet Black after that, and I'm going to put Jet Black only in the outer corner or in the lower lash line, just because I don't want it to look too dark down there, just because my lid isn't too dark. I didn't put black everywhere just because I didn't want to look like somebody had hit me or something. And then after I add the Jet Black, I am going to go in with that Stila eyeshadow again, and I'm going to put that on the lower lash line in the center, just because I want it to be extra, and just because I want it to be extra dramatic down there as well. And I did go and put on some lashes and some wing liner, and now I'm going to go in with the Benefit Roller Lash Mascara, and I'm just going to make sure my real lashes and the falsies blend and they look like they're one and not two separate little things. And then I did use the little dot trick on my lower lash line as well, just to make them look more full down there. Y'all, my favorite part, the Anastasia Glow Kit. I'm ready to highlight, and I'm actually going to go in with the shade Sunray, I believe, and I'm just going to add that to the highest points of my cheeks and the tip of my nose. And now I am going to blend my highlight and my contour together with my blush. And I'm going to put this on the apples of my cheeks, and then I'm going to blend that up. And next I'm going to line my lips with MAC Cork lip liner, and then my lipstick will be MAC Whirl. And now I am going to put a clear gloss on top of my lipstick just to add some extra shine to it, just because I saw the matte and then I wasn't feeling it after I saw it. So I was like, okay, let me add this gloss to it real quick. And of course, I'm setting my face with the Urban Decay All Nighter setting spray, and I'm just going to basically soak in this. I spray so much when I set my makeup, but that's fine. I want to be dripping by the time I'm done, and I'm just gonna fan it a little bit just to make it dry quicker. And this is the finished look. I hope you guys enjoyed watching this video. I definitely enjoyed making it for you. It was a little bit out of the box for me, and I was a little bit scared at first, but I ended up liking the finished product. Be sure to subscribe, like, and leave me a comment, and I'll definitely see you guys in my next one. Bye, guys.